Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. Today we're covering 4 sovereign citizens in court, and trust me, this lineup ranges from completely delusional to outright disrespectful. And the 4th one, he has a follow-up coming next week that you won't want to miss. So let's get into it.
360, Mr. Schultz appears without counsel. The fancy word for that is pro se. Mr. Holmes and Mr. Schwanevelt are here from the district attorney's office. And I was wondering if you were going to apply for a public defender.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm prepared. I got my documents prepared right in front of me, ma'am.
Well, it might not be that easy. So here's the deal.
Magna Carta, chapter.
Oh, 2 in one day. I'm gonna go ahead. You can make your record.
Magna Carta is either chapter 16 or 61. I know I'm getting a little bit of a stress headache.
Okay, don't just take a breath.
UCC 3-101.
Okay.
UCC 9-101.
Okay.
Black's Law, 7th edition. Person. Second definition. Artificial person, straw man, corporation as defined by law.
Okay.
Executed by Emperor Constantine of the Roman Empire and to date never challenged.
Okay.
Non-juris corpus. I am not a judge. Magistrate. Executor of a dead person's property while I still live and breathe.
Okay.
Birth certificate is proof of a $1 quintillion private corporate banking account held in trust since I was born, which I was legally supposed to be executor and holder of in due course on December 27th, 1978, 48 and almost 1/2 years ago. That is now escalated to 500 quintillion for the delay, constant harassment, constant physical and verbal assault, and constant fraudulent activity to extort my money. California, Business and Practice, Section 6067. Every person on his or her admission shall take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Residence against all enemies, foreign and domestic. A certificate of admission shall thereupon be given to the applicant by the clerk of courts. This shall also be endorsed on said alleged license to practice law and be able to present it upon demand by a defendant now demands district attorney or any lawyer attorney to present such documentation which does not exist, as there is no licensing board or attorneys or lawyers, just a union representative of the acronym British Admiralty Registry, BAR. According to the English language, all capital letters must only be an acronym, a corporation, or shouting. Period. End of report. I demand to see that document. Therefore, the U.S. citizens of that corporation, as established by Abraham Lincoln, residing in one of the states of the Union, as classified as property and franchisees of the United States government as an individual entity. Wheeling Steel Corp. versus Fox, 298 U period S period 193 80 L period ED period 1143 56 S PCTP 773. Quote, the first 8 amendments have uniformly been held not to be protected from state action by privilege and immunities clause of the unredacted, unpassed 14th Amendment, Hogg versus CJL 307 U.S. 496520. Title 18, United States Code Section 242. 49, United States Code 11332, parenthesis 2, 18 U.S.C. Section 1583. The right to travel in a modern day conveyance, aka motor vehicle, is a right not a state-granted privilege, aka driver's license, as long as I do not operate a business, such as a delivery service or a taxi, out of my personally owned vehicle. An act against the Constitution is automatically null and void. 15 U.S.C. 6802, 15 U.S.C. 168 S-2, 5 U.S.C. period 1618 period 15 U.S.C. 1681 lowercase I 15 U.S.C. 1692 G 15 U.S.C. 1681 lowercase n 16 U.S.C. 1681 S-2, of which motels and hostels should not be exempt from. 15 U.S.C. 1681 G, charge offs which should be in my pocket. 15 U.S.C. 6802 Federal Debt Collection Practices Act. U.S. Supreme Court, American Insurance Company versus Cantor, 1892.
All right.
I do not consent to be governed any longer as per Declaration of the Independence and Cruden versus Neal. I request a copy of the court's delegation of authority. I request a court master audit to the case for compliance and fairness. I request the court for sealing and expungement of all cases heretofore incurring and hereinafter arising to my and my family members' eventual demise. Furthermore, transaction accounts are unlawfully done. The only entity that can put money into an account, take money out of an account, or transfer money to any account is the physical representation of the corporation itself, not any other.
Are you seriously trying to tell everyone you're crazy without actually saying it? Let's clear a few things up here. First, when courts refer to the bar, they're talking about the physical bar separating the public from the litigants and attorneys, not some British accredited registry. Second, the right to travel applies to interstate movement as a citizen. It does not mean you can drive without a valid license. And finally, if you don't want to be governed, maybe living in the United States, where every state has a right to govern itself under the 10th Amendment, isn't the best fit for you. Now that we got that out of the way, it's the judge's turn to completely shut down these arguments.
Thank you, Mr. Schultz. Thank you for that record, sir. It's all been recorded, and I am hereby denying your request. I'm going to make my record at this time. Sir, you've been charged under the Colorado Revised Statute 424-1602, leaving the scene of an accident, damage only, all right? Under the 10th Amendment, the states have the authority to enact laws to protect the citizens of that state. I have authority over your case under Article 6 of the Colorado Constitution, Sections 1 and 16, and the Colorado Revised Statute 136106. I have subject matter jurisdiction over this matter under Article 6 of the Colorado Constitution, Section 17, Colorado Revised Statute 181201, and Colorado Revised Statute 136106. I have personal jurisdiction over you as a result that you were issued a summons and complaint under Rule 4.1 of the Colorado Rules of Criminal Procedure. And so this case will be proceeding as follows. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you
No,
cannot afford an
I
attorney.
do have a state. I
I listened to you.
I do have a
I
statement
listened
ready.
to you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney.
I
You
don't
cannot
need
afford an attorney, and you fill out the application for and qualify for the
I
public
don't need,
defender.
I don't need one. I
Must
just
be
proved I
appointed
don't need
before
one.
any further proceedings are held.
I
Now,
just
here's
proved I
where
don't-
you and I are going to get into some serious conversation. I understand all your allegations and perhaps your sovereign beliefs. They're a bit disjointed, so what gives me concern is you have every right to believe what you want to believe, but I'm concerned about your competency to understand the proceedings before you today, to understand what's going on, the possible consequences, and should you obtain an attorney, I'd be concerned about your
I do
ability
not
to
need
assist
one,
your
an attorney.
with your defense. So how these proceedings go are If you don't want to accept a plea agreement or entertain a plea agreement made by the people, you have the right to plead not guilty and take this matter to trial.
I do have a statement if
I'm not-
if I'm allowed to make it.
I'm not finished. If this matter goes to trial and you represent yourself, you would be held at the same standards as an attorney would be held in terms of knowing the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence. If you're convicted, you would have the right to appeal. If you're acquitted, no further action would be necessary.
I have no problem going to a jury trial, but I can't pay for it.
You don't have to pay for it.
Okay. I request a jury trial.
Okay, so are you entering a plea of not guilty today?
Okay. I'll hang on to this.
I don't know what that is. So, sir,
My paperwork.
here's how the jury trial would proceed. The issue before the court in a jury trial would be one issue and one issue only. And it would be whether or not on June 5th of 2026, you were involved in an accident and you left the scene of that accident. It would have nothing to do with what you believe are your rights under any sovereign principles. Your jury trial would be to determine whether or not the people could prove to the jury
I have the ultimate killer
that
statement.
sooner about January 5th of 2026.
I have the ultimate killer statement on that one too.
Okay, a killer statement may not get you very far. I mean, granted, this is a class 2 traffic offense, but it does carry the possibility of 10 to 90 days in jail. And so
See the inside of a jail cell again, trust me.
I do trust you, but I'm also very concerned about your ability to
I'm not trying to
understand
take
these
too much of your time,
proceedings.
ma'am. May I go?
Yeah, you can leave if you want. But what comes next is a warrant for failing to appear in court. That's how this works.
I am going to give you
Am I being held?
I'm going to give you you're not being held, but if you walk out the door without me giving you permission to walk out the door, I also have the authority to issue a bench warrant. And so I have to give you what, I am concerned with your ability to understand the nature and course of the proceedings against you, or of participating in your defense, or cooperating with, if you had defense counsel. And
Yeah.
so,
Ma'am, if I may interrupt, I had to self-diagnose myself with ADHD.
right.
I'm a non-lateral thinker.
But my son has that, AUADD, yeah.
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 And like I said, I do not need an attorney or any counseling whatsoever. I'm going to be seeking my own counseling through the Veterans Administration. I am a 100% service-connected vet because of this.
Okay.
And I just need the time to get that set up here in Colorado Springs.
Right. Here's my concern. My concern is that we have this legal proceeding, and I don't believe that if you are determined to be incompetent, we can't go forward on any of these proceedings, and you wouldn't get the counseling that you're
I'm
requesting.
standing here before you, presenting my case.
Right. The issues that you raise in presenting your case are, as I said, disjointed. They're irrelevant to the matter at hand. They're born of what I understand you believe to be necessary and required, but they have no basis in law under the U.S. Constitution, the Colorado Constitution, or the laws of the state.
Can I make a statement on the exact case?
You'll
while I'm
make
standing here?
one more statement, and then I'm going to read you your competency advisement.
I was not fleeing the scene. I was trying to move the scene away from traffic to a safer place. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to not choke up the traffic, which was already backed up by 2 other accidents.
So here's the deal. I don't know if, just indulge me. If the people were you going to make an offer? Just indulge me.
Yes, and it would just be plead guilty to leaving the scene with a $300 fine and then 12 months of unsupervised probation with just a making better choices class.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get.
All right. That's what my colleague came up with that offer. In this case, I'm comfortable with just a 12-month deferred sentence and then a fine.
But I still, I mean, I don't know. Mr. Hoffman, as an officer of the court, I'm going to have you and Mr. Schultz just sit out in the hallway. I don't want to raise.
I need water.
Yeah, you know. let me-
There's a water fountain outside.
Yeah, but we'll, okay. Mr. Hoffman's going to assist you. Bring it back.
Just want to kind of talk about this.
Yeah, and the offer, and just if you have competency concerns too, I don't want to comp him just for being sovereign. Hi, everybody.
All right. That's where we're ending that first case. They stepped away for a bit and later came back with an agreement to offer him a deferred competency sentence. I couldn't find an exact legal definition for that, but I'm assuming it means if he's found competent, then he'll receive a deferred sentence. Personally, I don't think he'll be found incompetent, unless sovereign citizen delusions have become the new legal standard for incompetency. Now, let's move on to the next one, who's appearing in custody.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, fellow Mason. Fellow Freemason, I can hear you.
What is your name?
I'm Inky. I'm on the way to the lodge in Salida.
What is your legal name?
Christopher. I'm a follower of God, leader of men. I'm
Christopher.
Inky. I am the light. I'm on my way to the lodge in Salida. I'm a fellow Freemason.
All right, Christopher Roberts. Is that your full legal name?
I'm Inky. I do not wish to contract.
I will call you Inky if you wish, but I want to confirm it's you, Christopher Roberts.
You are a Mason, correct?
I'm a judicial officer, Mr. Roberts.
You are a Mason. You are a part of the Freemasonic order.
All right.
I'm Inky. I am the light. I'm a fellow Mason.
Mr. Roberts appears virtually in custody. Inky, one of the rights you have in your case is to be represented by a lawyer. Would you like a lawyer to represent you at this hearing?
I do not need a lawyer. I did not
All right.
agree to contract. I was doing nothing wrong. I would like this solved today. I literally parked my vehicle. I took a walk over to the gas station to take a dump. I came back.
Hey, Mr.
There was an officer. You work for me. You will listen, please.
No, I'm muting your microphone. I'm trying to mute it. Thank you. And the reason I'm doing that is because you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you. I'm going to advise you of the other rights that you have in your case. You have you are presumed innocent. The burden is on the prosecutor to prove any charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. In this case, you've been charged with a Class 2 misdemeanor, resisting arrest. Any guilty plea you make in this case must be voluntary, meaning that you were not coerced or unduly influenced to plead guilty. A conviction may adversely affect your immigration status. If you are a veteran, you may be entitled to other resources, and you can contact the Veterans Services Office to be connected with the Veterans Court. Mr. Ibsen appears virtually for the people. Argument for bond.
Judge, people don't have a problem with the PR bond in this case. He does have a warrant out for him in another jurisdiction. Don't know what that's going to do to him, but.
All right, thank you. The court finds probable cause for the charge of resisting arrest in the affidavit. The court will order a $50 personal recognizance bond. Are the people requesting any other conditions, Mr. Ibsen?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, Inky, I have unmuted your microphone. What I have ordered is that you will be not held in this case by any monetary amount. However, you do have a warrant in El Paso County, which is Colorado Springs, which may be holding you. Once that case is resolved, this resisting arrest will not prevent you from being released from custody. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Your next court date will be Tuesday. Mr. Ibsen, what time are the in custodies
Okay,
normally
the
held?
law, Mr. Lyda.
Judge,
If
it's
you know.
pretty variable. They can be either at 11 o'clock if it's a public defender client, or 1:30 if it's a private client.
All right, we'll do this at 11 o'clock. Mr.
Sovereign, I'm Inky. I am not the name you gave that the Social Security Administration gave me. Okay? I am awake. I'm a free living man. I am not a citizen. Okay? I am a sovereign. I'm a fellow Mason. Do you understand me?
I understand that you are a sovereign.
You have a nice
I
day.
have set your bond at $50 personal recognizance, and your next court date will be Tuesday.
I don't have any money,
June.
Your Honor. I am destitute.
I'm not requiring any money for you to be released on this case. A personal recognizance means that you can sign out of the jail on this case. However, there is a warrant from El Paso County, and you won't be released until that is resolved.
Well, I guess the free living man is going to have to start calling himself the incarcerated living man until this whole thing gets sorted out. Now we move on to our next sovereign citizen. And this one is actually a follow-up from a case I covered last week, Alan Trammell.
Mr. Trammell, come on up. '21. 26 CR 921 Trammell appearances.
Anthony Santos for the people.
And let the record reflect that we have Mr. Trammell here. We're set for arraignment today. Mr. Trammell, how would you like to move forward?
First of all, Your Honor, is this a court of record? Can I get a stenographic report of this
No,
proceeding?
we don't do stenographic recording. There's an FTR machine. It is being recorded. If you want a transcript after this hearing, you can request it.
Yes.
How do you want to move forward? Do you want to enter a plea of not guilty so that we can get this case moving? Or do you want to reach a disposition and enter a plea of guilty? How would you like to move forward?
Can you repeat that, please?
We're set for arraignment today.
Yes.
At arraignment, you can either plead guilty or not guilty
Guilty or not guilty to what?
to the charges.
Which are?
You are charged in this case with possession of a dangerous weapon and large capacity magazine prohibited. And let me make sure that I give you the state statutory cites. Possession of a dangerous weapon pursuant to 1812-102 subsection 3. Large capacity magazine prohibited during crime, 1812-302 subsection 1, subsection 1AC. Now, what is your plea? Guilty or not guilty?
I'm gonna just plead guilty or not guilty. I have a question. I do have a right to know the cause and the nature of this
You can do
particular
that.
offense.
You're not going to do that today in court. You can seek discovery. You can communicate with the district attorney's office and you can ask for discovery. How are you moving forward today? Guilty or not guilty? That's what we're doing today. You're set for arraignment. I told you last time we were here, if you wanted to
that.
apply for an attorney, you
understand
didn't
that.
want one?
However, under the Sixth Amendment, I do have a right to know. It affords and guarantees me the right to know the cause and nature of this particular action.
Sir,
Ma'am.
you're
and it
set
is
for
your duty
arraignment.
to tell me what the cause and nature of the action is.
You're set for
Is
arraignment.
this a criminal or civil offense?
This is a criminal offense.
Okay, so
sir.
under the Constitution, there's two jurisdictions. One is under the common law and the other one is a condition of contract. On the colorable elements of a.
I know whether or not you're getting
Which
your.
two of these jurisdictions will you
Let
hear
me
this
tell you what
case
you're
on?
not going to do today, Mr. Trammell. You are not going to interrupt me when I'm speaking. Do you understand me?
I'm not interrupting you.
Okay. Now, you are here for arraignment. And I'm
Totally
going to ask
understand
you
that, but you're not answering my questions. I can't adequately answer the question
here
until you
for
answer
two
mine.
criminal charges. Okay?
Okay, so is this common law or are we under the tolerable jurisdiction?
These are statutory, this is
Okay, but you're not
statutory.
answering my
This is not
question.
common law.
You're not answering my question. And I'm not interrupting you. I'm not being loud. I'm asking you a simple question. It's my right to know. And you're not
Sir?
telling me.
Sir, you are here pursuant to statutes, okay?
You did not answer my question.
Okay, sir, common law. Now,
Common law?
do you plead guilty or not guilty,
Okay, so
sir?
we're under the common law. Where is the injured party? Under the
Sir?
common law.
Sir, the people are the injured party in this case. How do you plead guilty or
We'll put
not
the people
guilty?
on the bench then.
You're gonna enter a plea of not guilty today.
So
We're
now
gonna
you're
set you for
practicing law from
trial.
the bench, aiding the prosecution?
Where's the paperwork? Not
Let the record
guilty plea
reflect that
enters
Your Honor
today.
is practicing
Your
law
speedy
from the
trial
bench
runs
and aiding
on
the prosecution.
December 5th, 2026. Motions are due on July 6th, 2026. Your disposition date is scheduled for July 27th at 8:30.
You said July 6th?
July 6th, your motions are due.
And what was the other date?
And July 27th, you're set for disposition. If testimonial motions are filed,
27th?
the 27th of July. If you file testimonial motions, I'll set a motions hearing then. Thank you. Your speedy trial again is actually December 4th. We'll see you on July 27th. Thank you. Bond continues.
Yeah, this one is definitely going to be interesting to follow, especially because he's incredibly disrespectful and acts like the courtroom is some kind of joke. Now, for our final one, we got a sovereign citizen I've been following for months, Jeffrey Zunick. Today, we've got 5 separate hearings to cover. We'll start with the first 2, then move to the next 2, and finish with a hearing where he ends up getting himself a bench warrant.
It's going to call People v. Jeffrey Zunick, 25T1074. Jeffrey Zunick. We have one person online, 970 ending in 00. I'm going to take you off mute. Will you please let us know who you are?
Hello,
Yes, who is this?
can you hear me?
I
This is
can hear
Jeffrey
you.
Zunich.
Okay, Mr. Zunick,
Yes, sir.
we just called your case, 25T1074. What's going on in Mr. Zunick's case?
Your Honor, it appears
I'm,
last,
Oh, stand by.
Go
DA's
ahead.
office is going to talk real quick. I'll take you off mute when they're done.
it appears last court date we got to set over because he was trying to get an attorney. I haven't seen anyone entered on his matter. We do have an offer if he would like to speak to us.
Mr. Zunick, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hey, how is getting an attorney going?
I still haven't retained one. I've talked to 3. That's where I stand.
Okay. And Ms. Brawl, we need to clarify count 1 in this case.
14414093.
3.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know if that says driver or owner? I think it's driver. No proof. Gotcha. NPOI. Disregard. Figured it out. Okay, Mr. Zunick, I'm going to give you court date on March 30th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And please try to get, if you are going to retain counsel, please get them to enter in your case. If that does happen, we may change the court date, but as of right now, that'll be the court date you have.
March 30th at 10 a.m.
Yep, March 30th at 10 a.m., sir.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
Okay, thank you, sir. You may disconnect.
You bet.
Jeffrey Zunick? Is there anybody online, the last name Zunick? Jeffrey Zunick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Have
I couldn't
you
reach my button.
had the opportunity to talk with the district attorney's office?
I have not, but I have spoken with the council, and we'll be filing what we need to file in the next day or two.
Okay, so you have retained an attorney?
I haven't retained an attorney. I've just sought counsel with a consultant.
Okay. So you don't have an attorney that's going to enter in your case?
No, I'll
Okay.
be pro se and filing what I need to. Like I say here, maybe have it finished up tonight, and I can bring it to the courts, to the clerk in the morning.
Okay. Let me just look up your case real quick. Last note I have, it said you were trying to get an attorney.
Yes.
So I guess the big question I have, you're going to proceed pro se without a private attorney
Yes, sir.
or any attorney at all? Okay. What do you want to do going forward? Do you want more time to negotiate with the district attorney's office?
I would like more time. Just I'll file the paperwork, like I say, one day this week, and we can go from there.
Okay. How long will it take? What are you filing exactly?
Oh, I'm not. I got a couple of motions and a notice.
Okay. I'm going to bring you back next week
Okay.
on April 6th at 10 a.m.
April 6th at 10 a.m. Thank you, sir.
Yep. If there's no movement in your case, we will set it for trial that day.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Your next court date is April 6th at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. You bet. Bye.
So that's the first two hearings. And I love how he says he talked to 3 different attorneys, and none of them would represent him. That alone tells you a lot. Then he mentions he has a consultant helping him file motions and notices. And I can almost guarantee those motions are probably scribbled on half-eaten construction paper. Anyway, let's move on to the next 2 hearings.
Next, Jeffrey Zunick.
Yes, Your Honor. Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Mr. Zunick, your case is set for a plea hearing. Have you had an opportunity to speak with the district attorney's office?
I have not, but I had a notice filed this morning, and I would give you time to look it over. I don't know that you've received it yet.
I have no idea what you're talking about for notice.
It was just filed this morning. I had a server filed with the court, with the clerk.
Okay. Are you wanting to get counsel, speak with the district attorney's office, or enter a not guilty plea and set this for trial?
I would ask that the court look over the motion that I filed, and we can go from there, hopefully.
Well, I don't have the notice or the motion in front of me. If it's a
Could
motion
I
to
ask for a
dismiss,
continuance?
this case is 139 days old, so I'll give you a 1-week continuance. But that's it. If we don't have a resolution by next week, then
Okay.
I'm going to set it for trial.
Okay, understood.
All right, so your case will be continued till 10 a.m. on May 18th.
Okay.
And Your Honor, if he can be ordered to be in person.
And Mr. Zunick, is there any reason that you can't appear in person?
Just my work.
Okay. We're going to be here in person next time, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. I'll see you back here on the 18th. And again, if there's no movement on your case, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you and set it for trial.
Okay.
Okay. See you then, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and continue with the docket. Jeffrey Zunick, 25T 1074. Jeffrey Zunick. Okay, I'll make a finding that Mr. Zunick fails to appear. This case is not eligible for the 40-hour bond hearing requirement. Based on the charges.
I am here by special appearance. I am here
Okay.
by special appearance.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zunick.
On the record, for the record, and let the record show.
This is case number 25T 1074. And this is Ms. Baral's case. Ms. Baral, any updates for the court?
Your Honor, there was a motion filed. Judge has denied that motion. I believe he was to be in person as ordered by court at last court date. He's not here. We're asking for a bench warrant to be issued.
Okay.
I object. Under what grounds?
I do not see. Let's see, hold on.
I have filed several affidavits of truth. I have not had a response from any of them.
Here's what I'm going to do. Mr. Zunick, I'm going to order you to be here in person, but I am not going to issue a bench warrant for your non-appearance today. I'm going to order that you're here in person, and I'm going to set it over for next Monday at 10 a.m. Or sorry, that is a holiday. We're going to set it over for June 8th at 10 a.m. Okay, sir? Thank you very much. You're free to hang up. That's June 8th at 10 a.m. You're ordered to be here in person, Mr. Zunick. Thank you. That'll be for a plea hearing.
All right. Nothing too major happened in those two hearings, except for one important detail. The judge specifically ordered him to appear in person, and he flat out refused. So the question is, did he finally follow the judge's order for the last hearing? Of course not. And there's a reason why, which I'll explain in a second. But first, let's watch his latest hearing.
Nick?
Appearing special appearance by the phone. I appear
Okay,
under special appearance as opposed to general appearance by phone.
If you're going to start the sovereign citizen stuff, we're just going to continue your case.
Well, Your Honor.
I've never mentioned any sovereign citizen.
Well, appearing general counsel is not what you do when you appear in person or appear. Ms. Baral, do you have a motion for the court?
Your Honor, just for the court's record, Mr. Zunick was on WebEx on the 30th of March. Court ordered him to be in person. He appeared via WebEx again on the 11th of this month. Or wait a sec. On the 11th of last month, he was on WebEx. The court ordered him to be in person. On the 18th of last month, Judge Thomason was covering. The people made a motion for a warrant because he wasn't in person. Since Judge Thomason was covering, she didn't ask for a warrant, and she also ordered him to be in person. He's still not in person today. We're asking that the court issue a bench warrant.
I object and deny.
Objection noted. I'm issuing a bench warrant in the amount of...
On what ground?
I'm issuing a bench warrant in the amount of $500 cash only.
On what grounds?
He is eligible for 48-hour advisement. Mr. Zunick, we're trying to have you in person. You've refused to come in person, even though the court, as the people
refuse to come in person under fear of being kidnapped and held against my will.
If you want to keep talking over me, we can go for contempt too. All right, Mr. Zunick,
Could the court
do you want to keep talking, sir? Sir, you will stop talking over the top of me, and I'm going to issue my order, and then I'll answer your questions. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
I'm issuing a warrant for your arrest because you're not here in person as you've been ordered to do so previously. If you want to have a show cause hearing, I can find you in contempt and we'll have a short cause hearing on contempt. All right. Defendant is eligible for 48-hour advisement. Conclude your matter. Mr. Zunick, you can disconnect from the phone.
I'd like to address the court. I would like
I'm done
to
with your
address
case.
the court.
You can turn yourself in on the warrant.
You're
And you can come
violate-
here in person. I'm going to expel him from the.
You are violating my right to due process.
And just like that, he's gone. No warning. No second chances. Just a straight up order to turn himself in so they can continue this conversation while he's sitting in jail. And like I said earlier, the reason he keeps refusing to show up is because he already has a jail sentence hanging over his head in another courtroom. That's why he claimed he didn't want to come in, because they would kidnap him. But instead of explaining that now, I'm going to show you in an upcoming video. Because this isn't his only case. He also had his probation revoked after testing positive for a drug that sounds suspiciously like methamphetamine. I would have included that hearing today, but it's nearly 2 hours long and needs a lot of editing before it's ready to SO. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit dislike. But either way, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content.